アガサ、クリスティ、ザ、ABC、マーダーズ。
さて、前回の続きをやっていこうかなと思っております。これさ、まあ値段的には安かったんだけどさ、なんかあっという間に謎解きが終わっちゃうような気がして、早く終わるのが、早く終わらせたくないなみたいな感じがありますね。まあ 16% ですね。もっといっぱい実験があるといいなと思うんだけど、そういうわけにはいかないかな。ボーナス。タイムライン。まだ何もない。あ、ここある。
When we receive the first letter, Hastings thinks that it is a joke. As for me, filled with foreboding, I prefer to inform Chief Inspector Japp. Mrs. Usher is not suspicious of the murderer, whom she takes to be an ordinary customer. The old lady turns around to take a packet of cigarettes. She is beaten to death. We investigate the first murder with Hastings. No suspect has a motive.
Aとはもうないか。まだ始まったばっかりですからね。再現。再現。
The killer enters the shop. Mrs. Usher turns around to greet a customer.
どんなおタバコ
The
をお探
murderer
し？
asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her. He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Award。猫の目。意味がわかんないな。ニューロン。灰色の脳みそ。素朴ななんとか質。よくわからないな。一つの歯車。じゃあプレイしていきますか。事件現場付近はもう終わって遠くに行こうとしてるんですよね。ここはどこだっけな。これね、シャーロック・ホームズのアパート、ロンドンのシャーロック・ホームズじゃないや、ポアロのさ、ロンドンの自宅ですね、ここは。多分、この窓の壁の作りからするとそうでしょう。
Ah, some cool hair. It is not the right time. It is not the right time.
新聞ですね。
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
新しいお知らせ。トロフィーを獲得しました。PS ボタンを押すと詳細を確認できます。
これはもういいんだ。こっちには行けないのか。
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored. No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
人のことは言えないだろう。
You're not going to get the post?
Yes, yes, of course.
なんか周りに飾ってあるさ、この絵はさ、日本を意識して飾っているのかね。日本用のゲームということで。
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill on Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
ABC。
The next crime will be in Bexhill.
ペク
We
ス
must
ヒ
warn
ル。
Jap to Scotland Yard.
ペクスヒル。
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more. It's impossible to get through to Scotland Yard.
考察。
Let us examine this more closely.
愛の文字がでっかいね。WIII。上は愛部ってなってるね。どういうことなんだろうな。この愛は何？
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Let us examine the characters in this word. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, this I is weird.
この B は普通だね。
Let us examine the characters in this word.
これも
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Yes, this eye is weird. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word. Yes, this eye is weird. Yes, this eye is weird. The W is not printed properly. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word.
あ、この W っていう字。
The W is not printed properly.
そう、W っていう字がさ、かすれてんですよね。
The W is not printed properly.
この W っていう字が、
The W is not printed properly. 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 Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Yes, this I is weird. However, the characters in the two words do not match.
W。
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
それ以外は A っていう字がなんかずれてないこれ。
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
English。
Let us examine the characters in this word.
これは普通だね。
Let us examine the characters in this word.
あとはこういう記号とか。
Let us examine the characters in this word. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
まだ特徴があるのか。A という文字。
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. However, the characters in the two words do not match. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
あとの共通点は
Let us examine the characters in this word. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Yes, this eye is weird. However, the characters in the two words do not match.
愛という文字だね。じゃあ。
Yes, this eye is weird.
そっか、そういうことか。
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
アンドウィー殺害事件で特別なことはあるか。やっぱこのね、なんだっけな。手紙。まずこの2つはどうですかね。X。アッシャー A から A から始まる。
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Chapa will explain there.
もうこれ見たからいいや。
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
Andover, Hampshire, population 31,200
31,000
inhabitants.
こっち行ってもしょうがないのか。窓の向こうみたいな。こっち側からこうよ。じゃあ行こうか。じっとしててもなんだからさ。行けんのかなこっち。いやー、どうしたらいいかな。
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
ホワイトハーバー。ホワイトハーバーマジソン。
To Scotland Yard, please.
警視庁。警視庁って日本以外にもあるんだね。
Jap has invested a great deal in his career. Chap is an investigator greatly respected by his peers.
3つ目が何だったのかわかんないが。ロンドンがこっちですね。
London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here.
ロンドンは行ったことありますね。ここら辺にドーバーがあって、ヒースロー空港はこの辺にあるわけですね。ケンブリッジがここにあって、ここら辺にあって、もう一つの大学の町なんだっけ。ストックホオックスフォードがこの辺ですね。で、この上にリバプールがあって、このね、ランドエンドにも行ったことありますよ。ウェールズのね、ここと、ウェールズはこことね、あとアイルランドから船に乗ってきてバスでここを移動したことがありますね。じゃあ、ここを見てみましょうかね。
Alice Asher was murdered in Andover. The ABC killer's first murder. Chap's interview room. Many cases have been solved in this little office. Jap appears to be snowed under. Jap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien. We should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
モナミ。
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
ああ、起きてしまいましたか。B。ABC といえばね、ABC 諸島っていうのがですね、ベネズエラの北のところにあるんですけどね、
Bexhill is a delightful town.
そこの
It would be
ABC と
nice to come back and visit.
かけたの面
I
白い
do
ね。
not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes.
でも
It helps my
時代が違うかもしれないな。
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot.
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Japp waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good. Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town.
バンガロー、現代風バンガロー。なんかバンガローのさ、奥行きがあんまりないような感じだよね。バンガローのさ、ドアと向こうの道路の下の壁までの距離が、なんか同じ、距離があるように見えない。朝の家、ビクトリアの朝の家。
Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture. Although personally, I prefer more modern buildings.
ここが事件現場なんだ。ここに行けないのかな。行けないのか。こっちは行けないの？行けない。ああ、ここに遺体があるのね。ちょっと遺体の周りを見てみましょう。
This hut is locked. The padlock is locked. This hut is locked. This hut is locked. This hut is locked. We should have the courtesy to go and see Chief Inspector Chap before examining the crime scene. We should have the courtesy to go and see Chief Inspector Chap before examining the crime scene.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
あまり見てなかった。
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly. I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
さっきの会話ね、あんまり聞いてなかったんだよな。もういいや。B のところだね。
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train
ビ
times.
グスヒル、ビグスヒル。
A braided seat belt. It may have belonged to the victim. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it.
なんか果物屋さんっていうかさ、八百屋さんの女の人に似てるね。まあでもほとんど女性は同じような顔してんだよね。
Apart from the marks on her neck,
殺害され
there
た
are
人
no
も似たよう
signs
な
of a
顔してた。
struggle. She
向こ
didn't
う
manage to hit her
タバコ
scent.
屋さんで死んでる人もさ。
This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock.
南京町。
The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that. This hat is locked. This hat is locked.
さっきの南京錠はどこにあるのかな。
The key does not fit the lock. This hat is locked. The key does not fit the lock. This hat is locked. The key does not fit the lock.
715? ここは6番の部屋なんだね。715って書いてあるんですよ。
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key. purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me. Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach. It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
もうこっちは行ってもしょうがないよね。
This hut is locked.
こっちは行ってもしょうがないのかな。
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
クーポラ。 東屋のベランダバージョン。クーポラ。
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
こっちはもう行ってもしょうがないのかな。永久ポアロでございます。僕はちょっと町を外れに行って観光もしたいけど許されない。いやー、かまみくん。君が見たことを教えてもらいたい。ちょっと今回はここまでにしましょう。